Buongiorno to all League nerds and silver rank enthusiasts. The new season is knocking at the door, and with new items and a new architecture to the ranked season, which should make climbing easier, we all included getting a dream rank this season in our New Year's resolution. As for me, who finished Gold 1 last season, I swear to God I am getting into Diamond this season. For sure this time. Anyway, since the new season is almost upon us, for everyone, including you, skilled pro or skillless iron, a bit of preparation might take you a long way. So, if you decided to avoid the chaos of the preseason, this is what you should know before season 11 finally starts. Before addressing the elephant in the room and how the meta shaped around it, I will try to address the smaller things that might have flown under your radar. Most important of them is the removal of promotion matches. They still do exist, but only in between ranks like Gold 1 and Platinum 4. Also, we saw the rework of the CDR that is now called Ability Haste. Despite the numbers not being so important for it, as a general idea, compared to the old one, you should feel like it is more effective early game, but it won't scale to be more effective than in the beginning as the game goes on. I am sure you will figure out numbers for your favorite champion along the way. Other small changes include the disappearance of duos in Master and above, but hey, we are not part of that elite, are we? Now let's discuss the new items and how did they shape the meta, since they were the most impactful change of the season. Let's go over the big winners, big losers and everyone in between. Top laners. All top laners are happy, Bruisers are happy, Tanks are happy, Queen is happy. Vladimir's probably is the only one that is sad in the entire roster. For every single one of them, the dueling potential has increased, and the sustain they can get is just bonkers. Yes, Grievous wounds became more accessible in the preseason, but lifesteal given by Gore Drinker synergizes too well with certain Juggernauts and Bruiser skits, Aatrox and Darius being amongst the big winners, making healing cut not effective enough in a lot of scenarios. For the other top laners, we're gonna highlight Eclipse as the main dueling item that made champions such as Queen and recently Pantheon top tier. Scaling is not as strong given by the amount of burst that exists right now, as well as the power that a lot of champions have on only one or two items. With Kayle being nerfed into oblivion after tearing apart the first patches of the preseason, winning early game in top lane has never been more important. And as for the tanks, you've already seen the Baron microwave memes. Hope you enjoy your throne for now, Sunfire Aegis, and hope you'll be gutted soon. For the jungle, after the fall of Amumu, the meta has opened up, with champions like Graves being in full swing right now, abusing the Collector, one of the most overpowered items at the moment. All the assassins are happy to with the new items, if they are not landing into a game with too many tanks. If played and snowballed correctly, however, champions like Kha'Zix and Rengar can take you a long way. A lot of champions are viable in the jungle, especially the removal of jungle items. The removal of jungle items let all champions in the jungle hit a mythic power spike with relative ease, so don't be afraid to try new things, who knows what might work and might not. Just don't forget to ban Hacker. We don't wanna fight Hacker. In the mid lane, we have the rise of the assassins. Yes, mages are in a good spot, but the assassins. A lot of assassins. Pantheon is in full rights a strong contender, but the meta is still dominated by the Night Harvester. AD assassins are strong too, a bit nerfed in the preseason, but definitely still viable picks. Look out for Echo and Fizz though, they are the talk of the bunch, and if one happens to land on the enemy team, you will understand what being popped feels like. Also, Anivia got transformed into a proper champion this preseason, so you should check the bird out. She's actually a pretty good one. For the bot lane, the early still did not receive the power that Riot intended to give it, so it is still a bit behind other lanes. Therefore, playing bot lane still might feel a bit underwhelming. However, support champions can be strong and playing in a duo. As long as you abuse the Immortal Shilbo and the strong vitality items, it's actually viable. Also, I have the enjoyment that to say that Samira is finally out of the please get me out now Samira is to scale of a champion status. However, we still have to talk about the strongest AD carry in the preseason, Jhin. Abusing the collector and the eclipse and building anything but AD carry items, Jhin was the number 1 AD carry in the preseason. His item choices are strong, his madness is fulfilled, and now more than ever he will pull the curtain on you. As for supports, Senna fell out of favor. Tank supports are going strong because of the Sunfire APs, as they tanks in the game, and the enchanters are still being a bit underwhelming despite them having new and shiny items. Also, supports have been, as with tanks, encouraged to actually do a bit more damage this season, with the introduction of Imperial Mandate. It can be a good alternative even for tanks, since Sunfire has already been nerfed this preseason. And this was a recap. You can read Riot's full item breakdown as well as patch notes if you want a more in-depth look for specific changes. Good luck in making your plans for ranking up this season, and I will see you when the grind begins next week. Until then, stay focused, summoners.